Made a video last night about how soybean farmers in the United States are getting absolutely screwed by the Trump tariffs. China is just no longer importing soybeans from the US. Until Trump started all of this bullshit, we were their number one importer, and now Brazil has overtaken us. And China is looking to build stronger relationships with Brazil and to grow more of their own soybeans and corn so that they make us entirely irrelevant even after these disastrous tariffs and the Trump regime end. And somebody commented, the soybean and corn farmers overwhelmingly voted for this, meaning the Trump regime that is now fucking them over. Well, I don't agree with it. This is a generational hole they've dug. Yeah, unfortunately it is. And I just read an article that confirms exactly what this person is saying. And it really pisses me off because they don't learn. It's absolutely a sunk cost fallacy. It's absolutely a cult, and they are going to believe in supporting Trump. They're going to believe the lies that he's telling. Until I don't know when. I don't know when. It is a bridge too far. When he has hurt them enough that they wake up and realize the harm that he's doing to their farms, to their communities, and to the whole country. So this morning while I was drinking my coffee, I was reading through the ag news and I came across this article. North Carolina soybean farmers hit by Trump's China tariffs are still trusting him. So basically, Trumper farmers are hoping that Trump will give them a big fat buyout as a result of this trade war. They're basing this off of 2018-2019 when soybean and cotton farmers received a big compensation from the Trump regime. He tried to buy back their loyalty after absolutely screwing up the entire ag industry. Soybean farmers hope the same subsidy from the USDA will come through this time if the trade war, that's a typo, with China produces losses. It produces losses. China is refusing to buy any soybean from the US. They have not bought any thus far this year. And again, they're already building new relationships, new contracts with other countries like Brazil. The general reaction is there will be a similar program this time around, said Charles Hall, executive director of North Carolina Soybean Growers Association. It's not unusual in the event of an economic downturn for the USDA to make farmers whole. Let's not forget that this trade war is arbitrary and sparked by Trump himself. This is totally unnecessary. It did not need to happen. It was purely manufactured by Trump. This is not an economic downturn. This is a manufactured global economic crisis. Skipping down, they interview a gentleman who regularly visits with soybean growers in North Carolina. He says, I've been impressed and surprised, but they are being pretty calm about this. They are still trusting President Trump. It may be a misplaced faith. Despite his feints in seeking a third term, Trump is a lame duck. The farming vote he needed in his first term, he doesn't need now. And farmers would not be the first people that have been stiffed by Trump. Meanwhile, it's clear that Trump's rash imposition of high tariffs on China and China's aggressive tax on U.S. imports in response poses a threat to soybean farmers. Even while he's fucking them over, they're still like, oh, he's going to save us. He's going to make America great again. He's destroying our industry for decades to come. But we still put our faith in him. I don't really know how to respond to people like that. I don't really know how to engage with them. They still believe in their sunk cost fallacy. They still think he's going to make America great again. They think he's going to give them a big fat buyout. Like, it doesn't matter if he's screwing the rest of the country. It doesn't matter what other people he's hurting. It doesn't matter if he's violating people's due process constitutional rights. It doesn't matter that he is flouting the ruling of the Supreme Court. As long as they get a buyout, they're still going to support him. But he has no incentive to give them a buyout because he doesn't actually care about America's farmers at all. It would be foolish to think that they're going to get a buyout. I just posted a video the other day about how Trump is making, through Elon Musk and Doge, massive cuts to the USDA. All kinds of grant funding is being shut off. All kinds of compensation is just the spigots being turned off. He's not going to bail out America's farmers. He wants them to go bankrupt, so they'll have to sell their farms, and giant mega corporations will buy up all the farmland. I think in North Carolina, it's something like 91% of all of the farmland is already owned by 4 big companies. All the rest of the small family farms, they have to divvy up the remaining 9%. And Trump would love to drive all of them out of business. Elon Musk and his technocrat bros, they would like to drive small family businesses completely bankrupt, and they want to buy up your land for pennies on the dollar. This very much reminds me of a couple of months ago when people were fine with all of the cuts to USAID, fine with our veterans getting their benefits cut, federal workers getting laid off, all of these programs being absolutely destroyed because they believed that Elon Musk was going to write them a check for $5,000 or $8,000. An internet rumor where they thought that Elon Musk was going to send them a big fat check. So they were fine with everybody else getting screwed as long as they believed that MAGA Republicans were going to get a check in the mail very soon. How did that turn out? How did that turn out? Did y'all cash your check yet? Did you sell out your neighbor and your soul for 30 pieces of silver? Because it seems like these Trumpers, soybean farmers in North Carolina, they're perfectly happy to sell out the entire country as long as they get a buyout, as long as the government steps in and bails them out from the crisis that Donald Trump has caused. They seem perfectly fine with him tanking the entire country. They seem perfectly happy to play Judas. That's heartbreaking. I don't know how to deal. I don't know how to respond to that. It's hard for me to conceptualize that so many Americans are like this.